On Thursday, sir, the time is very short.
It's okay.
My father Juliet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his hassle.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course. I like it not.
So basically, Paris comes to set up a time for Friar Lawrence on Thursday to marry Paris and Juliet. But Paris isn't even sure that Juliet's going to say yes. And the friar doesn't like that very much.
Immortally she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore I have little talked of love. For Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Now sir, her father counts it dangerous that she do give her sorrow. So much sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, which too much minded by herself alone may be part for her by society. Now do you know the reason for this hassle?
For this haste.
Haste.
Haste means fast. Now, because she's been mourning Tybalt, I haven't talked to her about love. But, and now it says, Friar Lawrence aside. What's aside mean? Remember? Aside means that the people in the audience can hear what Friar Lawrence is saying, but the rest of the people on the stage cannot hear what he's saying. So that means he's aside. Okay?
I would I knew not why it should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes the lady toward myself.
Here comes Juliet. Oh.
Happily met my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be love on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to his father.
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love you.
Oh. See, she's trying really hard here not to lie to Paris. And Paris is thoroughly convinced that Juliet loves him. Because you will not find a better catch than the Count of Paris. You know? How can she turn me down? But Juliet's like thinking to herself, and Friar Lawrence, this girl's already married, you know? Not good.
So will ye, I am sure that you love me.
If I do so, it will be more prize, being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory in my lap, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongest in more than tears with the report.
That is no slander, sir, which is the truth in what I spake. I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
It may be so, for it is not my own. Are you at leisure, holy Father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me. Pensive daughter, now, my lord, we must entreat the time alone.
Because they're trying to convince him that Juliet's there to give confession. Paris, you can't be here when she's in with a confession. But really, what are they going to talk about? The next step.
God shield, I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early, will I rouse ye. Till then,
Adieu.
Adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
And he kisses her. She's married. And he leaves.
Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast passed done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past hope.
What? Shut the door, and she breaks down. Friar's like, oh.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it. On Thursday next be married to this captain.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in my wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution off, and with this knife I'll help it presently. God join my heart and Romeo's, thou our hands, and here this hand by the Romeo seal shall be the label to another deed, or my true heart with treacherous revolt turn to another, this shall slay them both. Therefore out of my long experienced time, give me some present counsel, or behold, twixt my extremes, and me this bloody knife shall play the umpire, arbitrating at which the commission of the years and mine could to no issue of sure honor win. Be not so long to speak, I want to die. What thou speak not of.
Oh, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope which craves as desperate as in execution as that I desperate which we would prevent, if rather than to marry County Paris thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake along like death to chide away the shame that copest with death himself to escape from it. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Basically, the count says, you know what? If you're desperate enough to take your own life, listen to my plan. If this will work. This might be just crazy enough to work.
Oh, bid me leap, rather than marry Paris from off the battlements on yonder tower, or walk in thievish ways, or bid me learn where serpents are, chain me with roaring bears, or shut me nightly in a
Charnel
house, or covered quite with dead men's rattling bones with freaky shanks and yellow shapeless skulls, or bid me go into a new made grave and hide me with the dead man in his shroud. Things that to hear them told have made me tremble, and I will do it without fear or doubt, to live in a stained wife to my sweetheart.
I will try anything. I'm not marrying Paris. I love Romeo. What is it? Here is the friar's plan.
It's a long one.
Hold then, go home, be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off. When presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse shall keep his native progress, but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to paly ashes. Thy eyes' windows fall like death when he shuts up the day of light. Each part deprived of supple government shall stiff and stark and cold appear like death. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou death, then as the manner of our country is, in thy best robes uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to the same ancient vault, where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua, and this shall free thee from this present shame, if no inconsistent toy nor womanish fear abate thy valor in the acting it.
Give me, oh, tell not me of fear.
Okay, what's the plan? Juliet's going to fake death. He has a vial of one of his potions, all right, that when she drinks it, she will stop her breathing. It will make her pulse rate go down so far they won't be able to detect it, and for all intents and purposes, she will be dead. This will last for 42 hours. She's supposed to do this on Wednesday night. So that way Thursday morning, the morning of her wedding, she will appear to be dead. They will take Juliet's body, put it into the Capulet tomb, and then in the meantime, Friar Lawrence will send a letter or a note or a message to Romeo telling him to meet me at the Capulet's tomb, and then they will watch Juliet wake up, and then Romeo and Juliet can head for Mantua to start their life. Great idea in theory.
But I feel like it's not gonna work.
Yeah,